Hello and welcome back to Saving Scunthorpe, and we are back once again, this time in a new season, still in League 1, but I believe with a much stronger team. Just before we jump into the episode, please do leave a like down below if you are enjoying the content on the channel. Comment what do you think we can achieve this season, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and of course do check out my TEW series if you are interested in that. I'm doing a local to global, which is in a game which is essentially Wrestling Football Manager. So if that's interesting to you, go and check that out. We've also got a new camera angle today. Let me know what you think of it. I'm not 100%. I think it's better than me looking there instead of there. Now looking there instead of that. There and there. I think that'll look a bit better. We'll find out when I come to edit it, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. But let's jump into transfer news. And we'll start off on the outside. So we sold Farrell Brown for 180,000 to Swindon Town. I believe we already knew about that one in the last episode. We then sold Jack McMillan for £185,000 to MK Dons. Pat Blotnick has left to Slovan Liberec for 625,000, potentially rising up to 775,000. I can't remember exactly what those are reliant on. Once he's played another 19 league games, owes 140k, and we are contributing a little bit to his wages, but that's by the by. Then also we've let Azoma go. I say let him go. He agreed to free transfer. So not much we could do about that. But that's all we had for the outgoings. Incoming, we start off with a Brazilian from Apario. He's come in on a free transfer. A right winger who has a massive load of potential and looks absolutely fantastic. We tried to bring him in back in January, but we couldn't afford his wages at the time. We've managed to get him now, and I say that he is only on £1,000 a week. We still couldn't afford it back in January. We then have Godfrey Boake, who's come in from Birmingham on a free transfer once again. Can play centre back, holding midfielder, or centre mid. So nice bit of versatility for us there, and comes in. It says he's our fourth best centre back. He's got a little bit of extra potential, but I think he's probably actually above Hannah and Lissa. I'm not using in centre back very much, so we'll see how the season goes. Next up, we have Adam Lewis is coming from Burton Albion. I believe we had him in our team on last year's save when we were at Burton Albion actually, and again, quite a lot of ways to use him. We've got left back, left mid, holding midfield, and if we do change formation, he can still play attacking left wing back or centre mid, or technically attacking midfielder, but that's quite unlikely. We're mostly going to be using him down this left hand side, but again, another very good signing for us. Next up, we have Tayo Adoramola. He's come in from Crystal Palace, again on a free transfer. He started off the save over in Belgium, and he's gone to Salford, Bristol Rovers, Crystal Palace, and now he's joined us. He only played once for Crystal Palace, so I'm not entirely sure why they signed him, but nevertheless, he's come into us, and he looks quite a good player. Mostly going to be playing at left back, but can play left mid if we need him to. Next up, we have another free transfer in Reece Russell-Denny, coming from Cardiff. A player who can play anywhere in midfield across the central three. He's mostly going to be a holding midfielder for us, but again, nice to have that little bit of versatility should we want to change our formation at all. And as you can see, with some of our players have forgot to set up their training properly. But nevertheless, we then have Sean McAllister come in on a free transfer from Charlton, playing on the right-hand side. Can play the number 10 if we need him to, and if we're desperate, can play up front. But primarily, is a right winger. Looks like a pretty decent player for us. And again, him rotating with Boanga and Brogio, and Jones is playing there as well a bit. I think he'll do a good job for us. Then we've got somebody we've actually paid some money to sign. Lucas Izaguirre, coming in from Grau La Madrid. He's a goalkeeper who's come in to replace Gcock. Replace Gcock. Gcock is still here. However, I think Izaguirre looks a much better goalkeeper. So hopefully we'll see that play out throughout the season, and he can do a good job for us. Next, we've got Sonny Perkins coming on a free transfer from Leeds. Can play in attacking midfield primarily, can also play up front, right wing, left wing, or centre mid. So again, lots of positions available for him. He can kind of rotate with a couple of players in that number 10 role, although I think primarily it is probably going to be his role. And he's had a good pre-season. He's had 5 goals in 2 starts and 4 off the bench. Admittedly, we've played some weaker teams in the pre-season, but that still looking promising for him. Finally, we've got Yamadou Yarangoe, who's come in from Aston Villa. They were letting him go, so we brought him in for a trial, and he's come in and looks pretty good for us. So hopefully we've got another good sign in there. Only 21 years old, lots of potential, so potentially able to drive through the leagues with us. And it is worth mentioning as well, we have kept Michael Heath on loan from Aston Villa, and we tried to get Colbert back on loan, but he rejected it. And I believe we also couldn't get Simpson back on loan either. But with that all done, let's have a quick look at the Sky Bet League One. We are predicted to finish 7th at the moment. It was Plymouth, Watford and Preston who came down. Watford in particular is quite surprising. Plymouth look incredibly strong. So we're going to be in quite a battle for promotion this year, I think. Luton are starting on minus 12 points because they've gone into administration. We did have a look at their players, but they weren't really affordable for us, unfortunately. So we're sticking with what we've got. We've got Preston up first, and I believe they are predicted 4th. They're predicted 3rd. So it's a big game to start the season, but let's see what we can do. And our lineup to open the season, we've got Izagirre in goal, Ramsey, Zeman, Golding, Adaramola as the back 4, Lewis and McGee in holding midfield, Baranga on the right, Glavin on the left, Perkins in the number 10, and Flood up front. As you can see, we've got quite a few people still on trial at the moment, and I think we've got quite a well-rounded squad. I'm hoping we'll be able to keep everybody fit throughout this year, and hopefully we can get that push for promotion. Ramsey with a throw in at the back finds McGee, Short and Boanga, then sends it back to Ramsey. Ramsey did ask to leave this year, but as it turns out, nobody's come in for him. So hopefully what will happen is, because nobody's come in for him, you know, he won't be unhappy about it. Bray has got the ball here, ball through to Solimu, who misses a good chance for Preston. Blood with a free kick from range actually goes for goal, and Vickers pushed it into the air, managed to catch it on its way back down. Vickers with a goal kick for Preston, and it is for Scunthorpe then, and he plays it out from the back, but we've won the ball back through Beranga, and then Ramsey plays it back to Zeman. McGee goes over the top, finds Bawanga in space behind, cross comes in, Perkins at the near post, that's 1-0, a fantastic goal, half an hour gone, and we lead away to Preston. Free kick for Preston on the right hand side, comes in towards the far post, Zeman heads it away, and Bagan is going to collect it. Can he send it back into the box? Darling nearly had the ball nicked off him from Flood there, but Moore now at right back. Goes down the right hand side, gets a chance for a cross perhaps. He's being well pressed by Adaramola, but he's got past him. Gray into the box, shoots and sends it over the bar. So we reach half time 1-0 up against Preston. A very good first half for us actually. So hopefully we can maintain that going into the second half, because a win on the opening day against one of the teams that are favourites for promotion would be very good. Free kick on the edge of the box for Preston. Van Hoojdonk is stood over it. Goes for goal. It's hit the wall and hit the post. Somehow that didn't go in. Zeman brings it away and then plays it back to Izagirre. And he's going to play the ball out to Lewis. And that ends the highlight, thankfully for us. Another free kick, though. It's sent towards the far post. Darling was there in space and it's headed over the bar. Another good chance for Preston. We are going to bring Lissa on for Ramsey just because of the yellow card that he's picked up. We'll bring Russell Denny on for Lewis, and then he can become the Roman playmaker. McGee can become our halfback, and I think we'll leave it at just those two for now. And as we get towards the end of the game, we're going to bring Flood off for Conahan, just because Conahan's like 6'5". So I'm thinking while we're late on, we might be able to sling some crosses in towards him, and we'll bring Heath on for Adaramola as well. Russell Denning with a free kick late on. It's 82 minutes gone. It's towards Zeman, who can't win it, but Heath gets it back to Russell Denny. McGee with the goal, and that is 2-0 to Scunthorpe, and hopefully there's no way we can lose from here. And indeed there isn't. We win 2-0 on the opening day against what you'd expect to be a very good Preston North End, given that they've just come down from the Championship. Absolutely phenomenal result for us. And it's very early days, but that sees us sitting in 5th place in the league. As I say, one game gone, you can't read anything into it, but it's a good start for us nevertheless. What we will aim to do now, most likely, is we'll see how our EFL Cup run goes, and we'll come back at some point during that run, if it becomes a run. If we go out in like the 2nd or 3rd round, depending on who we draw in those rounds, then we'll aim to come back later on towards the FA Cup 1st round. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment what you think we can achieve this season. Let me know what you think of the transfers that we've done as well. Do you think our team is stronger than it was last year? Subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and thank you very much for watching.